Well, you can circle today on your calendar because as of today, Raven and I are finished.
Well, that's a pretty strong statement.
I meant it to be. Anything we had, and I'm beginning to think it wasn't much to start with, is over. It's done with.
Well, they could be just angry words.
Angry? Oh, I'm past angry. Incensed is the word you're looking for.
Well, I know how much this campaign trip meant to you, Logan. For you to cancel it, come back here to have it out.
I postponed this campaign tour because I thought Raven was genuinely sick and needed looking after, and that was more important to me than shaking a bunch of hands. The fireworks didn't start till I walked in this morning and...
Well, look, I'm not going to pry.
You're
so
not
I'll just talk to
prying.
you later.
You're not prying. Please, come back, sit down. Friends don't have secrets from each other, just husbands and wives.
Look, if you think it's going to make you feel any better to talk about this, I'm willing to listen.
It's not that I don't want to tell you what it is. I am wound tighter than a spring. You can see that. I'm not going to be able to discuss this sensibly until I relax a little bit.
Take your time. I'm in no hurry.
If anybody deserves an explanation, it's you and April. After all, you were good enough to look after Jamey while I was away.
Well, it's just that April and I didn't know what to do. I mean, you came in and said you wanted to get Jamey ready to travel. And then Raven bursting in. Logan, I felt like I was watching a tug-of-war.
I feel lousy about making Jamey the focal point of this, but the tug-of-war is just beginning. He is my child, Draper.
Yeah. But Raven was pretty adamant about not signing those adoption papers, Logan. And do you realize that you don't have any legal rights to the kid? I mean, according to the law.
I mean to have my rights, legal or not. He is my son.
It's not that simple.
She's perfectly willing to have me adopt him until this morning. Now she's trying to punish me.
All right, so she's holding all the aces.
I don't care about that. I don't care what the adoption laws are. He is my flesh and blood, and I mean to have him any way I have to.
Any legal action you're going to take now is going to be very unpleasant, and chances are you're not going to get what you want. It's going to hurt you.
It's going to hurt Jamey a hell of a lot more if he has to stay with Raven. Now, I know the courts don't like to take a kid away from his mother.
Look, Logan, as your attorney, I've got to tell you, I don't think the answer to this problem is going to be found in a courtroom.
What do you suggest? That Raven and I get back together?
Is that... No, Isn't there some way the two of you could come to some agreement on the kid?
Agreement. Smartest thing for me is not even to mention it. The more she realizes how much I want him, the more difficult she's going to make it for me to get him back.
Look, what I don't understand is why you're here.
The only time I'm welcome here is when you need a babysitter, is that it?
What do you want?
I came by to see how this crisis you created for yourself has been resolved.
Mm-hmm. Well, now you know.
It was a very dangerous and foolish thing for you to do, Raven.
Look, will you do me a favor? Just say what you came to say and then get out, because I never want to see you again. You must be feeling very self-satisfied now. I always knew you were on Logan's side.
That's absurd.
That's true. First you told him what happened, then you made sure he came back to Monticello just to see for himself.
I did nothing of the sort.
You did too. I saw your face when you went in there and looked at Elliot. You were just thrilled.
I was mortified.
You were delighted, and you couldn't wait to go tell Logan the good news.
No. You're quite wrong. It was very bad news indeed, and I had no intention of spreading it.
I bet Logan told you to come check up on me, didn't he? You couldn't wait to tell him your little report.
For your information, my dear girl, the only reason Logan called me the other night was because he was concerned about your health. He was very worried about this virus you managed to get, just in time to be left behind when he went on the campaign tour.
So you told him I was in bed, but not with a cold.
No, I did not. I told him everything was all right. Yes, it's true. I was very upset at the time, and perhaps my tone of voice conveyed some concern. But I swear to you, I did not tell Logan one word about what I saw.
Do you expect me to believe that?
Raven, the only reason Logan came back to Monticello was because he was concerned about you. If I wanted him to find you in a compromising situation like that one, then why would I call to warn you about his imminent return?
Who knows? You probably felt guilty about informing on me and wanted to clear your conscience so you could go to sleep.
I care about you, Raven, and Logan, and I'm terribly worried about what's going to happen to both of you.
Yeah, well, so am I. Should have seen the look on Logan's face this morning. I'm going to have to sleep with my eyes open for a while.
I can only hope that you will find some sort of reasonable resolution.
Well, Logan will keep you informed.
And what about the baby and all this? Have you thought about that? He shouldn't be allowed to suffer just because of your foolishness.
He's at April Scott's and he'll be just fine.
He needs his parents, both his parents.
Well, Logan and I are suffering from irreconcilable differences.
Raven, whatever happens, The well-being of that baby must come first.
Look, if Logan throws me out of here, he's not going to get Jamey.
You'd keep him despite Logan, even if it's against the best interests of that baby.
And if you think you're going to get him, you're sadly mistaken. Because I meant what I said, that if Logan found out about this, you would never see Jamey again. Neither you nor Logan are going to get the kid, you understand?
Which means you intend to keep the child.
Don't worry. I have it all planned out.
Seems as though a harmony is hard to find, always on our mind. And frustrated days pass without sight, the edge of night, half dark, half light, as we watch our hearts trying to